Hey everybody, welcome to Bad Yogi Q&A Wednesday with me, Erin Motz, where I answer the questions that you send me via email and social media too. Except for this week because we're doing it differently. This week's Q&A is actually a reverse Q&A because instead of me answering one of your questions, I want you to answer one of mine. So I just want to give you a little bit of background and my thought process here before I jump in. I know what it feels like to be a little bit underwhelmed about turning another year older. I've often felt like over the past few years that I'm not exactly where I quote should be in life or that I should be doing more. But as I inch closer to turning 29 this Friday, I think my biggest takeaway of 28 is that we are all on our own individual timelines. I think we only feel disappointed or underwhelmed when we try to compare our own life's milestones to someone else's. So this past year, I really decided to drop comparing myself to other people and really just focusing on my own purpose, my own visions, and my own plans. Releasing that comparison felt so freeing because it kind of let me off the hook of this unspoken societal comparison that I was putting on myself. And plus, all of these deadlines for life's milestones are completely arbitrary. For example, when I was a teenager, I really thought that I would get married by the time I was 24, have kids by the time I was 26 or so, have a house well before I was 30, of course. But where do these numbers come from anyway? All I'm trying to say is that if you're also struggling with where you are in life or what you have versus what someone else has, try to remember the only timeline that matters is the one that you've personally designed and chosen. It's not the one full of expectations from other people, it's just your own. So, my question for you. As I enter into this last year of my 20s, I actually want you to answer something for me. What life advice would you give your 29-year-old self? Or if you're not old enough, what would you tell yourself of 10 years ago? My second question is a little bit of a lighter question. What are your feelings about birthdays? I'm always super reminiscent and reflective, but somehow still positively hopeful for the year ahead. Am I the only person that has such complex emotions around a birthday? You can be as detailed or as vague as you want, but I love to read your perspectives on this kind of thing. So that's it for this week's Q&A. Something totally different, but I really want to hear from you, so make sure you leave a comment and answer these questions for me. Thank you guys so much for joining me this week. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Make sure you're on my list for some free yoga classes, more Q&As, and a bunch of other stuff that I only put in email. I'll link to it in the description below. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next time.